So Lean Agile Procurement at the moment is in its very early days. So it's sort of where Scrum was late 90s. What sort of impact will Lean Agile Procurement have when it becomes more broadly adopted? The only parallel I can offer you is the impact that Agile is having where it's now out of the technology bubble. It's not just tech teams talking about it. It's teams working on all sorts of products, all sorts of industries. Now, my understanding is that Lean Agile Procurement will allow us faster, clearer, more transparent procurement. That will establish and enable faster, clearer flow of value. It will allow for stronger, more resilient partnerships. And this takes us into the world of antifragile and resilience. In the same way that our muscles in our bodies become stronger when they're exercised, having a resilient partnership means our collaborations with other organizations will become stronger as they're exercised because of the nature of the contract. Traditionally, contracts in the UK are adversarial. Now, under UK law, which is the foundation of a lot of, all those parts of the world that were painted red at one point, you're innocent till you're proven guilty. Now, the other part of the world is those that were under the French influence, and the inquisitorial system is that you're guilty until proven innocent. Now, when your contract is adversarial, which is the traditional contract, you have to give me this by that, and there's terms and conditions, you're setting yourself up for an adversarial scenario. It is not collaborative by definition, because at some point in another, contracts are there not to help you when things are going well. Contracts are there for when things go wrong. Framing the contract establishes the rules of the game. In the same way as when we go into sport, if you get onto the soccer pitch and you pick the ball up and you're not the goalkeeper, it's an infringement. That's clear. Now, unless you're Maradona, you're not allowed to touch the ball. That's just the way the world works, right? Now, if we have clearer contracts that are established for collaborative nature, maybe we can get ourselves out of these horrible mass procurement problems where we've seen some really crazy things happen. In the UK, I'm thinking of the PPE contracts during lockdown. The UK government squandered vast amounts of money, billions, and it was not transparent. And some of the product was not fit for purpose. And the excuse given was speed. Once Lean Agile Procurement is universal, that excuse will no longer be supported or valid. So my question for you is, what interests you about this? What's the smallest experiment you could run to see if you could use an aspect of Lean Agile Procurement to help your team and organization deliver more effectively?